Welcome back to Fridays with Dr. Frida. I am here with my nephew, Adam. I've raised him and I am so excited that he is here. He is making headwaves in the Diamond District on 47th Street. He is one of the youngest people on that block, one of the youngest young men on the block, and he is doing amazing, which is why I have him here today. I feel like he really has a lot of value to give you guys, a lot to share, and I think he can really inspire the young community and make them feel that they have to go and do something with their lives besides just doing school, but entrepreneurship as well.
Yeah.
Welcome, Adam.
How you
I'm
doing?
happy to have you here.
The name is Adam Abrams, also known as Adam Fifth Ave on Instagram, and I've been doing jewelry and watches for some odd, like 2 years and change, I'd say. And this is my aunt, Dr. Frida, and why don't you get us started with some questions?
Well, thank you for coming, first of all.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
I love having you here. Adam is actually one of my first clients, him and his whole family, obviously. Adam has always come to me with any issues. He still does. He actually just pulled something out of his backpack and showed me how he carries it around with him because it makes him feel good, some items that I gave him. So I'm happy to do that. So tell me, how did you get onto the Diamond District so young?
So I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I was brought in by my father, and for those of you saying that, oh, he's daddy's money, he's this, he's that. I'm not saying that I'm self-made. I never claimed that I'm self-made. At the end of the day, I'm still a 17-year-old, basically still a kid. And my dad gave me the opportunity to come work for him, and I took it because first of all, I started when I was 15 years old. There was nothing for me to do at home, and I felt like I was wasting my time. And if I stayed out on the street too much, I'd just get in trouble and instigate something wrong. I'm not a bad kid, but you put a good kid in a bored situation, he's going to try to do something to make it fun for himself. And that's exactly the type of person that I am. I like having a good time. So I got into the Diamond District at 15 years old, basically doing nothing for a whole summer. I was sitting in my dad's office until August. It was like 2 weeks before school. I grabbed the watch. It was a stainless steel white dial Sky Dweller, Jubilee band. I just took it and I decided to go shop it around, get a decent offer, and hopefully ask him, hey, Dad, what do you think about if I sell it? And basically, I pitched my own deal. I asked him, I got a high enough offer, and he's like, okay, sell it. So that's when I started out. And then after I started out, I really liked how that deal went down. And I just wanted to do more and more and more. It's kind of like an addiction, I'd say, but
It's nice to make money,
it
right?
feels great. The adrenaline rush feels great. You feel great when you make money, and it feels even more rewarding when you go out and spend it because if you're not spending your money, what do you have all this money for? Obviously, save, but you have to spend a little bit on yourself, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's motivating when you have that money at your age, even though your parents, thank God, are well off, but
God.
you're doing it on your own, which is something I'm proud of. Your mom always tells me how you try to purchase your own things. You do your own purchases, basically. You don't rely on your parents for funding you. And now you're going to college
Yeah.
and you're funding your own tuition, which is what I'm really proud of. I think it's amazing that your parents raised you in a way that you're not relying on them, even though there's so many kids out there that when their parents do have money, right, their kids rely on them to do everything for them and they feel like they're due, they're owed. I don't think I get that vibe from you at all.
No, definitely not. And having my dad and my mom pay for my entire life when I'm fully healthy, thank God, with the help of your product, of course, because I actually try to take some of it every day. If I have the health capacity and I have the opportunity, it's right in front of me. Like I'd be an idiot to pass it up. No?
Yeah, of course. So you're really mature where money's concerned. Tell us your views on health.
So health. So back in January, I got really sick, like terribly sick. I had norovirus. Then 2 days later, I got strep. So health. I mean, I've always tried to be relatively healthy. I always tried to eat right, but after I got really sick like that, I never wanted that to happen to me again. And I still kind of get flashbacks from it till this day. It's like kind of like a PTSD thing. So I just try to do whatever I can to stay healthy and always be at work and always move and always try to keep myself occupied because right, everything relates back to your health. Without your health, you're nothing. If I had the opportunity to choose between health and money, I choose health any day because I could have all the money in the world, but God forbid a person gets sick, and it's irreversible, what are they going to do? They have all the money in the world. They could hire doctors, but doctors could only do so much.
Right.
My mom always tells me this. My dad always tells me this. Whatever you do, you end up doing for yourself. So I try to live by that rule.
Good. I love that. Can you tell us a little bit about the watch you have on today?
So I'm actually kind of glad you noticed. Today we have a Rolex Daytona beach dial, turquoise beach dial, the best beach dial out there. And this is encased in full 18 karat white gold. So it's definitely worth a pretty shiny penny.
Tell us.
So
I want to know.
it's around the 100K mark, a little under. It's like close to the 90s. So you could pick it up from me. I'm not even trying to pitch it to anybody, but you could pick it up from me or from any other dealer for in the 90s. It's a great looking watch and honestly one of my favorite summer pieces. I'm actually very glad that you noticed that because you're my aunt. You got an eye for good things. So yeah, this is one of those good things.
So what do? You basically take watches. I watch a lot of your videos. It's really interesting, but we never really get to have these conversations. Tell me what you do. How do you make your money on 47th Street?
So what I do is I go from dealer to dealer. I go to, hypothetically speaking, I go to a guy in 23 West, which is like an address on 47th Street, and he has a booth. I take a watch from him. It could either be on credit or I just buy it straight out because he asks me pretty fair prices. Obviously, I negotiate with him a little bit, but I take the watch from him essentially, and I go run around the entire street within like a 30-minute to an hour time frame. And I go and try to pick up the sale basically for an extra $100, $200 because if I do 5 or 6 of those a day, it's all about volume. Obviously, one, you're gonna look at me like, yo, yeah, he did that in an hour, but that was the only deal he caught on. But we try to do 4 or 5 of these deals a day, me and my cameraman, obviously. And we try to catch these deals, we try to put it out, and that's where this whole road to 100K thing came out from because we started going around catching deals, and it was pretty low budget. So I'd be like, hey, I started out with $1,000. Let me just go take this for, I don't know, $800. I could probably flip it for like 1,200, make that quick $400 in the middle, and just continue the budget and continue the budget.
So for those people that don't follow you on Instagram, explain what the road to 100K is.
So the road to 100K is very simple. I got accepted into a school. Now, I'm not going to name the school for my own safety because I don't know, people are crazy. They're going to show up. Not that I don't want to see you, but like the time and the place is just not there. Anyways, so basically the road to 100K is a series that I'm doing where I'm saving up $100,000 to pay for my college tuition. Basically, I got accepted into school for a 4-year degree, bachelor's in finance, and I got a partial scholarship. Tuition is $55,000. I got a scholarship for 30, and the remainder is 25. So 25 times 4 is 100K. The road to 100K. Started out with $1,000 and trying to grow it and flip it into $100,000.
Very nice. For the young people in the community, can you tell us, coming from a successful family, what motivates you to build your own success?
What motivates me to build my own success?
Yeah, I even want to know this for my own kids because I mean, they're still young right now, but I want to know how to instill that in my kids that they are motivated and interested in building their own pathway, their own success.
So honestly speaking, what motivated me was just my surroundings. I grew up with my father. Obviously, he played a huge part in my life. And he always put the lessons into me. He just instilled it into me. And then I saw like things that other kids wouldn't see. Like he explained it to me and I got it from a young age that, listen, yeah, my dad, thank God he's successful, but can't really live like on him, or I don't want to be that type of person, like a mooch. I don't want to be a mooch because nobody likes that type of person where you're just there because, yeah, my dad paid for this, my dad paid for that. But eventually it all comes to an end because you got to make it on your own. If you're not going to make it on your own, I think that you wasted your potential.
100%. You have great potential. I always say that.
I appreciate it.
Tell us about college. Now that you're going to start college, are you still going to be working? What are you going to be doing?
So honestly, I haven't really done my schedule yet. I've been procrastinating. By the way, guys, as a big time procrastinator, try to do a little bit a day. I guarantee you that it's way better to do a little bit a day than everything at once. It's so bad. So yeah, I have to take a math placement test for my finance program. And once I get placed in, I get my schedule 100%, and I get to negotiate with the deans or whatever to place me into the classes that I want to at the times that I want to. So the way I wanted the schedule to be made for me was that I wanted it to be from, I don't know, 8 or 7:50 to 11 o'clock, 5 days a week, because that's what I'm pretty much used to. Give me the proper time to go to work, do everything that I could, with also the proper time of studying and, all the school stuff. But they gave me 3 days. I mean, it's kind of whack, but I think I'll figure it out. Sometimes you go to school, they don't do anything, so I'll just figure it out from there.
Okay, so tell me, how many days a week do you have to be, and how many hours a day do you have to be on in the Diamond District to continue your success?
So to continue my success, this summer I work every day at 10 o'clock all the way to as late as 7, just because I try to work as early as I can, and I try to end later than most people just because I'm hungry and I want that sense of improvement. But the amount of hours, I mean, it depends. For a person like me, I'd say that I'd need minimum from 11:30, 12 o'clock to like 6, 7 latest. Those 6, 7 hours, I could probably do whatever I need to do and then some. I just do the other 2, 3 extra hours because I'm trying to boost myself over for the summer, just because I'm not going to get this time back, essentially. Because what else would I be doing at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Right. Tell me, at your young age, what is your idea of mentors?
Idea of mentors. Basically, I'd say essentially somebody that gives you a good example on a certain part or a certain aspect of your life that you look to improve upon. Like, if you ask a person like me, or if you ask me, I have tons of mentors, tons, but they're not people that directly taught me. It's stuff that I just looked
Picked
at,
up by
picked up,
watching.
picked up by watching 100%. Like, there are people in the Diamond District. When I call somebody my mentor, they didn't like, oh, hands on, like walk me across the street,
Hold.
hold my hand while I'm crossing the street. No, they left me, but I kind of picked up by example, because the example that they left is kind of something that I want to reiterate in my own sense and just put my twist on it and essentially make it my own, so that other people, when I'm older, other people like me in my younger sense can, do the same thing.
You seem like a confident kid. What made you so confident?
What made me so confident?
Believe in yourself.
So it's a mix of like two things. So number one, definitely my support system at home. I was raised in a very loving family, thank God. Everybody from my grandparents all the way down to my aunts, my uncles, sometimes my cousins when they're not annoying. But definitely the support system. My parents always instilled in me that you have to be confident to achieve anything or whatever you're capable of doing it. If you know that you're capable of doing it, if people from a young age are telling you that you're capable of doing something, then you should know by second nature that you're capable of doing that something. And then second thing, I grew up always doing martial arts. Like since I was 4 years old, my dad just put me in there. And not gonna lie, when I was younger, I hated it. But now that I kind of grew up, I thank him for that, because it definitely made me confident. Because I could walk anywhere on the street now and keep my head high. I don't have to be hidden. I don't have to really care about what people say. It doesn't really affect me much. I could be just nonchalant about everything.
Martial arts teaches you confidence then.
Martial arts teaches you confidence, discipline, and motivation. And it also teaches you how to defend yourself, which is a very big thing nowadays. Not only with just physicality, fighting, this and that, but also talking. Because if you know how to deflect a situation with talking, then you're good, you're set. Thank God my ability to deflect situations using nothing but words allowed me to move very far.
Hmm. I love that. Yeah, I mean, my son is also in karate, but have to keep him on it.
Yeah, kids get lazy. Push them,
Yeah, no, for sure.
always.
So I know we work together on your health too. Can you tell me a little bit about how I was able to help you, how you feel, how your energy and focus have changed?
So I started taking the immunoaid every time that I feel my throat's a little scratchy, or somebody I know around me that is not feeling good, feeling a little under the weather, tells me that they're feeling under the weather. I go home basically off of my paranoia, and I go reach into the fridge for the immunoaid. And I'm a little crazy with it. When somebody I know is feeling under the weather, I'm a freak. I go 30 ml, which is like a lot.
Hmm.
It's a lot. And
A shot.
a whole shot. If you want to be a man in this world, you got to know how to take it like a man. So, yeah, I do 30 ml. It's definitely a lot. But I feel safe after I drink it. And I'm at peace after I drink it. That's all that I really care about, being at peace
Okay,
and not feeling like crap.
great. Okay. So besides the immunoaid, some of the other things that I've given you, how do you feel with that?
So you gave me rehydrate, the rehydration potion, which I feel great after I drink it. Now, there was a time where I did a little too much. I overdid myself and it gave me a headache. But, if you do too much of anything, it's bad. But I started regulating my usage of it. Once a day, 15 drops out of the dropper. It feels great. I feel rehydrated. And yeah, I drink electrolytes as well after. So I feel pretty hydrated throughout the day.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. So, do you think that being healthy plays a role in your school or work, like your ability to be that confident and secure self?
Well, 100,000%. There was a time actually last year when I was in the junior year of high school where I went and I basically had to take a math test while I was sick. It's not fun. I ended up failing the math test because I was so sick. I was able to study, but taking the math test also takes a mental toll on your brain and a mental toll on your body. Being sick is just not fun in general. I hate being in bed. I feel like I waste my life when I'm in bed sick. So, yeah, it definitely plays a huge role. I I really care about my health. Like I mentioned before, if you gave me the option between health and wealth, I choose health every day
Right.
because if I know how to achieve the wealth, I just need the health. That's it.
Yeah, when you have your health, you can achieve absolutely anything.
Anything. And it also allows you to keep a great peace of mind, which is something that you need when you're at work, at school. You need to know that everything's okay with yourself before you go and you start doing work, mental work.
Can you tell me what you think teens in our community can find purpose in to get motivated like you're motivated?
What could they find purpose in?
Give them some advice.
So I would say that a big chunk of me finding my purpose is kind of thinking of myself. If they wrote like a book or like a movie about me, how would it go? Would it be something memorable, or would it be like he was just a whatever kind of guy? So they find purpose in themselves. You just go do things, take chances, make memories. If you fail, you fail. The whole thing is that you're young and you're able to fail, because if you were like 50 years old and you failed at something, then it's going to be really hard for you to get back on your feet. But you're 15, 16, 17, okay, in some cases 18 years old, and you did something, you tried it, you failed it, you have your whole life ahead of you to do something again. So take chances, learn from your mistakes. Don't do something a second time. Learn from your mistakes 100%. If somebody screws you one time, they're going to do it again. If you get screwed doing something, it's going to happen again. There's such a big chance that it'll happen again. So just keep taking chances, calculated chances, not just go full on blindly taking chances. Calculate your risks, and that's it. Take chances 100% and learn from other people. That's how you find your purpose.
How do you recommend young kids find the right mentors?
Find the right mentors. Finding the right mentors, like I mentioned before as well, find somebody or something, or I don't know, something that you want to be like in an aspect of your life, like ambition. Or it's like a lot of people ask me all day, Adam, I want to come work with you. I want to come learn. I don't even want to get paid. I just want you to be my mentor. Meanwhile, I'm a 17-year-old kid and I'm like, I didn't really, yeah, okay, fine. I accomplished a little bit, but in reality, what did I accomplish? Like, I didn't really do that much yet for people to come and ask me these types of things, but they see the way I lead my life and the way I think, and they kind of see that and they want to latch onto that before it goes sky high and they won't be able to respond.
Right.
That's it. That's how you find the right mentor. Just find something, find someone that you want to be like, or that you find yourself attracted to, uh, within like your brain. Think about it and try to attach yourself onto it, hold on to it for dear life, and just grow and build your blocks up.
No, I like that. I mean, listen, it's not easy to find the right mentor, but if you do find someone, then learn from them, be there. And the thing is that people are afraid to ask. You should always ask. And I mean, I'm sure all these people in the Diamond District are very responsive and trying to help you. I see it all the time. They'll give you that extra sale.
I mean, yes and no. So people will go the extra mile and give me that sale, but only to keep the relationship alive. It's not necessarily because I'm just on a mission trying to do something. Like, no, that's not how the Diamond District works. Like, yeah, people will look out for you and make sure you won't get screwed. There are good people like that. They'll look out for you. But to go ahead and like help you out, not hands on like how you just described it. It's more like you did a lot of business with a person, so to keep the relationship afloat and to keep things moving between you two, to keep things good, if you like their energy, if you like how they maneuver with you and you want to keep them by your side because they pose a certain value to you, you're going to do whatever to keep them around. Like there are times where I've sold things that I wasn't making as much money on, but it was to keep a relationship. Just because, hey, I'm looking out for you in a sense where I like the relationship, not because I'm necessarily looking out for you.
No, I hear.
It's more so of a selfish instinct, but within like a good area of selfishness. It's not bad. But in terms of asking for help or asking in general, yes, you should always ask. I made a video with Moshe yesterday with my little brother Aiden. We had Aiden basically go run around the block with a couple of watches. So Moshe goes to Aiden. He's like, you should never be shy. He's like, look at your brother. He's not shy. If you're shy, then people think you're weak. And when you're weak, people want to take advantage of you. So the number one thing is in this life, not even in 47th Street or in anything, just don't be shy. Always feel free to ask. If you don't feel free to ask, it's like you kind of wasted your connections.
I hear you. Asking is a superpower.
Asking is a superpower, 100%. I wouldn't have gone anywhere had I not asked people for certain things.
Ask, ask, ask,
Ask.
and ask again.
Ask. And then when the time comes to repay back the favor, 100% do it. Because there are people that actually have helped me when I ask them for something, and I say thank you and I repay them back whenever I get the chance to.
That's good.
Favors. Favors. It's how you keep friends. If friends, those types of friends, professional friends, or friends that you hang out with, if they pose that type of value to you should do whatever to keep them around because those are good people.
No, absolutely. So, what is your definition of success? Not just in business, but like in life. I want to know from your point of view as a 17-year-old.
Success for me, excluding business actually, in terms of everything but business, it 100% be to have a good family or assets. That's success to me. When you could just go and stay home, have time at your hands, do whatever you want with your time. Because aside from business, time is the most valued thing first, but business is second. So you use your time to generate
Time and health first.
time and health first, obviously, but time is huge. And I feel like if you're already at a certain level in business, take a step back, hang out. You're already older, so you kind of paid your dues already. So you could go and have a good time with your family because you want the people around you and the people you love to always have a positive image of you. That's a huge thing as well. Make sure you spend time with all your loved ones before, God forbid, something happens and they go and you won't be able to spend time with them.
Right. So, if you can share one piece of advice with every teenager that's watching, what would it be?
If I could share one piece of advice, it would not only be to just not be shy, but don't be afraid to fail and take chances. That's something I've been preaching pretty much all podcasts. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared of taking chances. Because there's actually a study showing that people that are smart, but they won't take any chances, they're only going to reach a certain level, which is like right here. But the guy that has the perfect combination of smarts and risk, and he's not afraid to fail, he'll go way further than I think 3 times the guy that is smart but won't take the chance. He'll go way further. You just got to be the perfect mix of both. Also have confidence in yourself. Don't short yourself of anything. If you feel like you deserve something, go out and get it. Go work towards it. Have confidence, 100%. Don't be that type of person that like, oh, I could have been this, I could have been that. That's not something anybody wants to hear. You have to just go for it. That's it. That's pretty much it.
I think that's great advice. There's a book, it's called Failing Forward. You should read it.
So, funny thing is, I'm not a crazy reader, but I actually do love to read the news and I like to read things about like stocks and other things like that, crypto. I'm on that all day. I can't sit there and read a book, but I'll try maybe an audiobook. Just reading books is so hard for me. I just never like sitting in one place for a long time like that.
Used to spend a lot of times in Barnes and Noble together.
Yeah, back before COVID and the smartphones and iPads took over, when it was just the good old fashioned books and Kindles.
Yeah. What happened to Kindles? Does anyone even have one anymore? Or did they transition to iPads?
I think, I mean, you could get ebooks on iPads now, so
Right.
I think ebooks on iPads are actually way better than any Kindle. Kindle's like old black and white. It's so old timey. Like I'd just rather read a book. Why would I spend, I don't know, $200, $300 on a Kindle when I could just spend $20 on the actual book?
Right. I love the feeling of a book.
I mean, in some senses I do too, but nowadays, like when I come home, I don't want to read. I'm being honest with you, I don't want to read. I read already in school.
You can definitely find a lot of books that inspire you. There are a lot of good books out there.
I mean, I've read a little bit of some books. Like one of the books that I like is 48 Laws of Power. That's a pretty cool book. I feel like if you're somebody that wants to be really high and well known in the business world in any field, that's a book you should definitely read. Not even everything, but just a couple pages of it, because even the first 3, 4 laws are like really important. Laws like never outshine the master, so, stuff like that. Those are really important laws. Never outshining the master is really important because you don't want to really outshine the person that put you on, because you're going to make him feel a certain way. He'll subconsciously have that idea that, oh, like, I don't like him anymore.
No, you're absolutely right. You should never outshine your mentors.
I try not to. Try to keep everybody cool. I try to be a very level-headed person. My head's not up when people are trying to talk to me. Like I have 14 and 15-year-old kids all day. I had this one kid that texted me, "Hey Adam, I got screwed." He was like a 15-year-old kid, hustler. Like I respect that. Him and his friend. He's like, "Hey Adam, like I got screwed on this one watch. I lost like 30 something $100." I was like, it's a lot of money for a kid of that age. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it may not be a lot for adults, but for a kid who is trying to make it for himself, it's a lot of money. He's like, "Do you have anything for me to take around?" So I was like, not really, not at the moment. But if you want, like, to help you get back to where you were, I'll sell you a couple $100, like, out of the goodness of my heart, just because I like seeing people like myself trying to go out and hustle and not be bums staying at home.
Sweet of you.
It's sweet, but also it's something that I try to do so I could kind of like stay level headed, because I was once in their shoes and I don't want to forget where I came from.
That's good. Well, thank you so much for coming out here.
Thank you for having me.
I
Appreciate it.
really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it too. It was fun.
It was fun. We should do it again.